Welcome to the finale of Mega Man X8. What I'm trying to do is use the Rolfocopter to get over to this block here, because I completely missed this stage. Or rather, missed this weapon. You need the crystal wall in order to pull up the rare metal that happens to be here. I totally forgot about this. I'm sorry, I really did. I think there's another,
crystal wall!
There's another weapon here, but it had to go through that block puzzle, and I'm not gonna fight through that again, because I completely forgot how I did it the first time. Also, off screen, I managed to get 5 S ranks in a row in Troya Base just so I could get the life tank, as you can see here. I could not get 7 to save my life. I really couldn't. And Bamboo Pandemonium stage had, like, Zero's, shield armor and Axel's double barrier. Both of which I could not get because that damn ride section is a pain in the ass to get. And I apologize to everybody who thought this was a 100% playthrough. I warned you in advance, it wasn't, because of Bamboo Pandemonium. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Sigma's Palace. Oh, and by the way, the thing from Troya Base that was also there, that would be the metal converter, which will allow you to which will allow you to pick up like 24 metal as you walk. But I don't have that. And I honestly don't really need that for this final battle, because we're about to end things right here and now. We're going straight into the heart of space. Not the heart of space, but rather on the moon. I hope I don't find anybody banished by Princess Celestia. That would just be wrong. Anyway, time to actually show off what I did bought. The Sigma Blade. Folks, the Sigma Blade is arguably one of the most badass weapons in the game. It slices, it dices, it cuts through defenses. Jesus Christ, this thing is fantastic. Oh yeah, I also got the K-Knuckle too. And what the K-Knuckle does is bare fist attacks, which gives Zero, if he's using Avalanche Yeti's weapon, the Shoryuken, and gives him the Tatsumaki Senku Kyaku if he uses, Dark Manus' weapon, while wearing the the K-Knuckle, sorry. Whatever the case, the Sigma Blade is pretty damn awesome, as you can clearly see. And we're about to go to one more confrontation with Vile, who I honestly God thought we have something the last of.
So, you still refuse to give up your struggle, huh? Are you so blind that you've somehow convinced yourself that hope remains?
As long as I'm standing, there's hope. I'll defeat both you and Sigma.
I suppose it'd be a waste to just destroy you now. Maybe I'll wait till the last possible moment and have a little fun with this.
Alright, now it's time to face Vile one last time with feeling. Vile is now piloting his Goliath armor remote controlly, and thank God I got all of X's equipment, because this would have been a pain in the ass. But still, invincibility frame saves lives, and thanks to double barrier, I have twice the invincibility frames. Utilize them, and also utilize his charge shots no matter what armor you have, because that will be the best way to get him away from his Goliath armor. Oh, and for the record, whoever beats Vile will, in hard, self-destruct and take one of your partners with you. Will take your partner with you. So in other words, whoever's the partner that laid the last hit on Vile, he's out for the rest of this battle until you get to the halfway point of Sigma. So bear that in mind on hard mode. You won't have that problem on normal mode though. You got both of your party members available right at the start. Once you beat Vile, Vile's just gone. He's dead. He's not coming back. Unfortunately, I don't intend on playing a second playthrough to show that off. That would just be kind of counterproductive if you ask me. Because I just wanted to end the X series this time around. This is the last game, so of course it's in space, it's gonna go out with a last hurrah. But in all honesty, you gotta be careful when you're trying to maneuver throughout Sigma's palace, because there's more spikes here than Dr. Cossack's stage. And I'm gonna keep using that comparison because Capcom loves Dr. Cossack's stage so much. Why do they have so many goddamn spikes? Seriously! And I forgot to buy a prickle barrier. That just makes things even worse. I mean, you can hang off the ledge to try to avoid being stabbed by the spikes. Oh wait, I do have a prickle barrier. Well, not anymore. I just lost it and died. Well, shit. Okay. Let's get to the point. Well, I used the Roflcopter to get up here, by the way. You can do that. That's why Zero's lost most of his health. Because I had a prickle barrier when I used the Roflcopter. So, yeah. You can also attack these two Sigma clones from the bottom. And that's another thing with Zero. You can use the Sigma Blade to attack the Sigma clones from the bottom of the stage, so you won't have to worry about being hit. Oh, this is the part where Vile will attack you. But whatever the case, since we're here, now we're going to deal with Sigma once and for all. And this time, he's not coming back. And he built this palace primarily from all the new generation Reploids.
Welcome, Maverick Hunter. It's good to see you again, X. Our meeting was fated, X. Our destinies come to a head right here, right now. The time has come to usher in a new age, and you, X, are an essential part of it. Your dedication to what you refer to as justice is what first got me thinking. I realized the imperfection of this world and decided I must change it.
Don't blame me for your insanity, Sigma.
It's too late, X. The gears are in motion. There's no turning back now. My children were the ones, X. The new generation Reploids were the ones. My children are responsible for the development of space, mankind's lifeline.
Children? What are you talking about?
The Jacob Project. The program that gave birth to the new generation Reploids. It was all my doing. The world that was birthed by that plan rightfully belongs to me. Now, X, you will be destroyed along with the rest of this decayed world!
Alright, folks, round 8 with Sigma. Or I should say round 2, but it's practically been 8 games since we've faced this guy. This is probably his hardest incarnation yet. He tends to teleport from the screen. You're gonna have to use your dash to jump above or jump through the rings. And be careful, because he teleports unpredictably. He could be a lot harder because the rings will go faster and he'll try to mix up the pattern. And then there'll be a part where he'll actually use a slash wave and also a gigantic energy wave like he did in X5. That is when things starts getting more irritating. And here he goes. He's mixing up the pattern right now. And he's going to try to slash me again. And he'll try to slash me twice. He'll even come to a point where he'll even slash me 3 times. Oh, and this is the halfway point I'm talking about. After you, on hard, there'll be an extra cutscene where if he comes to the halfway point and grabs you, whoever it was that got taken out by Vile will come in to help you in the battle. But if this is on easy, this is what that part where he grabs the opponent by that part where he grabs your party member by the throat is where the game will end. You will not be able to actually defeat Sigma.
Go for it! Leave it to me!
Take this!
Alright. Let's just end this before it gets too dangerous.
This is for you! Impossible! How could you? You couldn't destroy the old world. New age.
Oh, Lumine. Are you okay?
Am I okay? Of course. Now that you've defeated Sigma, I suppose you're satisfied. Thanks to you, the plan has gone smoothly.
But Lumine, weren't you just used by Sigma?
Used? I don't think so. You see, he merely helped my plan along. The new generation Reploids have been awakened, and the new world is at hand.
It's a trap! No, but seriously, folks. This is Lumine, and you would not be able to fight this on easy.
Come on.
On normal and hard, yes. Easy, no. But here's the gist of Lumine. He has all of the Maverick's special abilities, and he will use all their desperation attacks. Like, for instance, he's using what is essentially Earthrock Trilobite's desperation attack. And you're going to have to use whatever weakness corresponds with his desperation attack. Like, for instance, the Squeeze Bomb. If he's using the Thunder Dancer, you're going to have to use the Crystal Wall. And you can also use the Nova Strike to hurt him too when he's not taking the form of one of the Mavericks. For instance, if he's using Burning Rooster, you can use the Drift Diamond to hurt him. You just gotta remember what weakness Lumine is using right now, and then you'll be able to hurt him. And by the way, be careful when he's using Gigabolt Manowar's weapon. It is he does tend to have you confined because he burned the wall using Burn Rooster's desperation attack. So technically you're fighting all 8 Mavericks at once. That is his whole plan, by the way. Will you die already, asshole? Boom! Because he was about to use Dark Manus' effect. Seriously! This battle is really hard, but it gets harder after a while.
Lumine! What are you doing? Don't tell me you've gone Maverick too.
Maverick? You don't really think that's the case, do you? That's why you can't finish me off, right? You don't have it in you. The copy chips we new generation Reploids possess, they were derived from data from hundreds of old model Reploids. That means, of course, that Sigma was also included in the mix. Do you understand what I'm getting at here?
Copy chip? Sigma? Does that mean that I'll go nuts like he did?
Sorry, but prototypes like you don't have the specs to cause something like that. Besides, was Sigma really crazy? He rebelled against your world, but he had his reasons. The rest of us new Reploids could turn like that at any moment. This decision to wage battle against the old world was made consciously. In other words, we possess the power to go Maverick at will. X, do you really have what it takes to stop us? You're merely tools of the humans, tools of the old world. You think you can stand up to those of us who have evolved this far? The world is changing. Therefore, it's only natural that evolution take its course. Now line up to be exterminated.
Don't let him get to you, X. He's the enemy.
Enemy, ally. This issue isn't so black and white. Reploids, along with humanity, have irrevocably changed. The nature of their existence has also changed. You are not needed in our new world.
You can babble all you want, but we're not gonna let you get away with this.
Alright, Lumine, it's time for round 2. Oh, by the way, you die in any one of these forms, you start off with Lumine's first form all over again, provided you haven't used all your retries with Sigma. And I suggest, if you do have your partner still left over, on hard mode, make sure your partner is still alive. You need it in order to beat the game. Maybe not in normal, but definitely in hard. Anyway, Lumine will come out firing in its new one-winged angel form. Dude, it's definitely... Dude, seriously, this is the final battle of Final Fantasy VII. I'm pretty sure nobody caught on to this. Oh, but be careful. Lumine also goes full-on Toho with firing these, energy spears in a pattern, which you're gonna have to try to get out of and not get hit by. And plus, once he's about to die, he'll start firing lasers in a sporadic pattern. Oh yeah, and if he has a shield, Zero can actually break it with a sword.
Here I come!
And also, be careful of him trying to, oh wait, I forgot. I totally forgot I had a goddamn life tank. I could have saved X, and I could have ended this battle real easily. But no! RP Man is sloppy playing. That's why people leave him. But seriously, just keep slashing him until he comes to the last phase. Oh yeah, and if you die here too, the whole battle starts all over. And yes, you can die one of two ways, either losing your health, or the room gets completely dark. Once it gets dark, you're dead. So you gotta finish him off real quickly or else. And once you open the wings, slash him as much as you can. But if you have a team-up attack, once you open the wings, you can finish him off real quickly before the room gets completely dark. And that is the end of Mega Man X8.
Unbelievable. You may have defeated me, but it's too late to stop what's already begun.
I'll take on plenty more like you if that's what it takes.
You really don't have a grasp of the situation, do you? Oh well. You'll find out soon enough.
Axel!
X! Status report.
This is X. Axel
Axel has taken damage, but he's fine. We're headed back now.
If what Lumine said is right, then Sigma won't be coming back. Maybe this means I won't have to fight anymore. I bet you've been thinking about what Lumine was saying a while ago. Well, don't let it get to you. Just becoming Sigma could hardly be called evolution. Anyway, X. Even if we Reploids are destined to join the scrap heap when that evolutionary step does come about, we still have to fight, not only against Mavericks, but against our own destiny as well.
Final thoughts. I didn't really harp too much on the game system, but having to buy retries and having to buy life tanks if you happen to find them, and happen to find weapon tanks, that isn't, I mean, this game is a collectathon. Not as egregious as Mega Man X5, and especially not as egregious as X3, but it's still a collectathon, and there are some parts that piss me off. But at least I still had fun with the game. At least I actually was able to play the game, and despite my frustration and despite me getting my ass whipped, I at least had fun in the end once I became powerful enough to withstand all of that. And even then, at the end, I almost died at the hands of Lumine. The point is, I enjoyed X8. The music was great. The graphics was better than X7. The voice acting was better than X7. My only gripe was the whole metal system in its whole. Other than that, oh yeah, and also the removal of heart tanks, which you have to buy life in order to actually increase your life. But then again, once you buy it, you don't have to buy it again in New Game Plus. But let's just talk about the whole series as a whole. First game was excellent. Second game, while it had its enjoyment, it was still the easiest game in the series. Third game was an abomination. Fourth game made it better. I mean, fourth game right there was easily the best game in the series, despite the War of Stupidity. The fifth game, while it had a great story, RNGesus is what killed the game. At least you could duck in the game, though. That is the thing. Oh yeah, and Alia also killed the game as well. X6 made it to where you don't have to worry about Alia. Sometimes she does force her way in, but after you get to a certain point, you can just simply ignore her, because you really don't need her there. But what's the problem with X6 was pretty much the entirety of the game's design, you know, the nightmare system. I still think X6 is better than X3 and X7, particularly because once you get past the annoying nightmare system part, the game is just cakewalk from there. And also getting past Gate too. And then there's X7. X7, which almost killed this franchise with a shotgun behind the barn. I mean, the only thing good for it was this lackluster story, which you have to play command missions in this game to actually understand. Other than that, the voice acting in X7 is atrocious, the camera's atrocious, its attempt at 3D was atrocious, and Axel sucked in this game. Axel sucked in that game. This game, you actually utilize Axel more, but Axel is a lot better. provided you get most of his upgrades that keeps him from being knocked back Castlevania style. Which begs the question, why does Zero and Axel has that ability anyway? That's kind of baffling. But nonetheless, folks, we're about to end with the end of this series by saying Lumine's revelation of being Maverick on Will practically shut all the shit down of them constructing new generation Reploids with Sigma's DNA. Unfortunately, the new generation Reploids ended up being reproduced again. This time, just the copy chips. Actually, not the Reploids themselves, but the copy chips was being reproduced. Apparently, this was supposed to be a tie-in to the Elf War that happens in Zero. But again, they kind of tied the story in so badly. But Inafune written the story to pretty much completely eliminate X6 through 8. But this is the last game in the X series, except for command missions. That is, if I ever get a copy of it. But till then, this is the final Mega Merry Christmas, because I normally do this between December and January. And yeah, I had also another playthrough going in conjunction with this. So with that said, folks, I'll see you guys at the later on in the week for more Dynasty Warriors 4, because at least I'll be able to focus more on that. And will I do another Mega Man game throughout Christmas? Well, I will do Mega Man games throughout the year, but I think Christmas will be saved for something else. And no, it's not going to be Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. That game is atrocious. This is RPMan985. I'll see you guys next time.